I've got about 100 project ideas in my head, and this is what happens when I act on them. Everything here is for something that I want to make or sell. Whether I actually get round to all of it is another story. So rather than just giving you a plain list of what I've bought, I'm actually going to show you what I'm planning to make with it. So for the last few years, the one thing that sells well are my back to school sets. And in line with that theme, I've bought this little apple mould. It's a cute little apple jar that I'm currently in the process of making. In my back to school sets, I usually make things like resin pens, beaded pens, different types of rulers. Like these ones, the oval ones with the straight edge and the triangular ones. There's two different ones here, all of which can be personalised. I also offer little notebooks to go with them as well. But this is the first time that I've actually got the pencil cases that I can decorate myself. So I can personalise these to match. I'll then put the full set inside, as well as buying the pencils, a rubber and a sharpener, just to complete the set. During June and July, these are probably my biggest sellers. And this set of bird moulds I've already used. In video number 122, I used these to add to my little bird bath. And this is how I justify buying things like this, because I can already see how I'm going to use them. This is another one that I've already started. I bought the wire, the crystals and the metal rings to make a nice tree of life piece. So in total this is 118 feet of copper wire. And as you can see, I've already cut 36 lengths, each 30 inches long. And then I've added these little crystals to create these tree branches. And trust me, this took a lot longer than expected. So as you can see, this one is definitely happening. I'm already halfway through it. This is probably one of the first one I'll actually finish because I've already started it. But actually, who am I kidding? This could still be sat here this time next year. Because the next one I want to create is a spring theme, my plan is to use the copper wire as the tree trunk and to use these different colour green crystal chips. This set is the 3 to 5 millimeter chips, a 1 millimeter hole through the centre. So there might even be a good chance that I finish this one before I even finish the other one. And because the next one's bigger, it means cutting 72 lengths of 30 inches apiece. Just to add that little bit of extra detail, I've bought these 3 millimeter white and silver beads, as well as a mixture of different greens. If they don't look right with the crystals, then I'll just use them for a smaller tree, like this one instead. So now it's time to move on to the things that I want to experiment with a bit more. If you've seen any of my last few videos, you'll know that I've been messing about with resin paper. And I want to push that a little bit further. So I've bought these spring-themed crocus serviettes. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with them at this point, but I will do something with them. I've also bought this blotting paper because I wanted to try some alcohol inks on this to see how it behaves differently. This was an idea whilst doing my latest collab video for the Friendship Express. The theme was Celestial Nights. So in the beginning of that video, I attempted to use some alcohol inks on some photo paper to create a marbled effect. But unfortunately, the paper was too porous. So I bought some UPO paper and some blotting paper to see how that's going to react. While we're on the subject of alcohol inks, I also wanted to try these two different sinker whites. In this pack, there's 6 middle sinkers and 6 bottom sinkers. So I will be testing these out to see if there's a difference. Next up is some plain white 160 GSM card. It's quite thick, but it's brilliant to print on. So as well as continuing to build up my stamp collection with these beautiful spring floral stamps, I've also got this, which I've wanted since I was in school. I genuinely cannot cut paper straight, and I thought since I was working with paper a lot more, it was time to get one. It also came with these few extra bits like a corner cutter, a hole punch, and 2 of these things I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but mainly it just means that I can actually cut things straight for once. Then we have a chisel set. I bought this pack because I've had to borrow a chisel in order to create a wooden piece with lights in a cavity, and I didn't have the tools to do that with. So this one is more about adding another level to what I can make. But it turns out chiselling wood is a lot harder than it looks. Next up is something a bit different. This is alum powder, and it's for growing crystals. I've actually done this before, and these are the crystals that I grew last time. I managed to create this beautiful rose. They turned out really nice. For these crystals, I use something different. I use something called soluble urea prills, usually used for growing plants. And that gave me a completely different type of crystals. I now understand the type of material that I need in order to create the pretty rose. So this is me trying again, but properly this time. Because if my past history of growing crystals is anything to go by, this could go either way. The camera really doesn't do the sparkle any justice, but here you can see the two of them side by side. The alum ones are a bit more glassy and the urea ones a bit more soft and textured. So let's see what we get this time. I've also got this. It's a resin bundle with 3 different viscosities from J Diction. So this pack is great for multiple projects. Then we have the chrome markers with the thin nibs, which I've been searching forever for. So I've got these gold and silver ones. They look really nice on paper. But what surprised me is that they look even nicer on resin. I've tried over the years loads of these chrome markers, but I'm really impressed with these. Sticking with the metallic theme, I also bought a gold and silver rub and buff paste, just for adding those little metallic details. Then we have this. Now there is somebody to blame for this, but I can't for the life of me think where I seen it. But they created a silicone mould from this board. And I thought it was a fabulous idea. So I'm really sorry, but if you're watching, drop me a comment, because that buy was inspired by you. And last but not least, table legs. So apparently I'm making furniture now. So the table I'm creating has been 3 years in the making. Literally the biggest drip tray ever. And it's so close to being finished, it just needs the lights and the legs. I'm not going to quite show you the full thing yet because I want to save this when it's completely finished. But this is one of those ideas that actually made it all the way through, eventually. So as you can see, everything here really does have a purpose. Some of it I've already used, some of it I'm working on, and some of it is still just ideas. So to sum this Amazon haul up, my favourite thing is probably the table legs, just because it's been a long time coming and I'm finally making the table for my daughter. The most useful is probably the UV resin because I use that all the time, and the biggest risk is definitely that chopping board idea. So I have 2 different styles of shopping. This was a haul with things that I needed, but I've also got a massive Temu haul coming next, and honestly, some of that is really questionable. Everything I've purchased is linked below in the description. Some of those are affiliate links, which helps to support my channel at no extra cost to you. And if you want to see what I actually make with these, then don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I've been Tony from Georgie's Gorgeous Gifts. Stay safe, happy crafting, and bye for now.